yeah.
Boom.
Awesome. Okay.
Is your head still on?
Everybody, do you have a 1-year-old at home? Are you chasing them around now that they're all mobile, putting them in and out of the stroller, in and out of the high chair? That's what Sarah's got going on. So she's been noticing some rib pain, really sharp pain about 3-4 times a day when she takes a deep breath, kind of stops her right in her tracks. She's also got headaches, and she's also got a little bit of low back pain. So let's put her back together. All right, so give yourself a hug. All right. Now, do you notice like the rib issues, like more right, more left, or is it kind of both sides? Okay. So we'll go through, turn to your right and left. Just gonna work down the muscles, right where the ribs attach into the spine, so that when I adjust her, 1, they don't fight me, and 2, they're not still tight to where in a couple days they're gonna be pulling right back on that rib head. So with your headaches, do you get them every day? Is it like the same time every day?
Usually I notice them about 4 p.m.
And you just started working from home.
Yes.
And are we working on a desktop or a laptop?
Laptop.
Are we sitting at a table or on the couch?
Couch. Although yesterday was a table.
Go, progress.
Yeah.
When you have a 1-year-old, it's like,
You work wherever you want.
yeah, exactly.
All right, rest. Just a little bit, couple trigger points here in the tops of the traps. A couple things that can play into that. Obviously, holding a 25-pound bowling ball. When she's working with the laptop in her lap, her head's going to be kind of tilted down, which each time the ears, each inch they go in front of the shoulders here, the head is going to weigh an additional 10 pounds. So here she might be about 1 inch, so she's going to be dealing with a 20-pound head instead of just the average 10-pound head, okay? Now, you've been at the couch for a while and you're squinting down in there, and that's going to put even more strain on these muscles, which can in turn create the headache. So she's going to get a sticky note to take home that's going to go on the corner of her laptop and remind her to pull her head off the keyboard. All right, look to your left a little bit. You're going to stay this direction. You're going to look up to the ceiling. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Oh, there you go, yep. And now I want you to bring your chin down towards your left collarbone. Go down, drop the head. You're going to fight against me here. Drop, 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 drop. Keep going. Reach, 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 reach. Keep going, keep going. Good. All right, come on back up. We're going to do the same thing. Up and down. Oh, yeah. And 3 more. Up and down. Ooh, Nelly. Up and down. So right as she gets to the end of the range of motion, we really feel the knot kind of pull under my thumb. Go ahead, up 1 more and down. So we're getting rid of scar tissue. And where did the scar tissue come from? It comes from the muscles being turned on and holding and preventing the blood from flowing through them. If you don't have blood flow through the muscles, we're talking about beef jerky. Not super comfortable. Look to the right. A little bit less for me. There we go. Up to the ceiling. And down to the ground. Good. And up. And down. So how do you keep the beef jerky from forming? As you're working, the 20-minute mark is really important. If you sit and you're grinding away for longer than that without really moving or flinching, that's when the body starts to respond with that scar tissue being laid down. So you gotta wake up the muscles. Just move a little bit. Maybe a little bit of neck range of motion, roll the shoulders up and around. Stand up, go take a break, and sit back down. 2 more here. Little things can go a long way. 1 more. And down. Good. All right, Let me have you lie face down for me here. And let your arms hang. Good. Let your head just gently fall to the right. Good. Good. Awesome. Okay, let's see what we got going on with the low back here. Okay, so face me over here. You're gonna lay on your left side. Bring this knee up towards you. And I'm gonna scoot you forward towards me. Perfect. Borrowing this. It's a very special pretzel that we do.
Oh,
Good. Other side for me. Good. All right, onto your back for me. Crisscross the arms in front. All right, breathing in and all the way out. One more.
That's a big one.
And out. All right. Scoot up towards me a little bit. So we worked on the shoulder muscles, or where they come from the shoulder blades, and they actually go all the way up into the neck. That was the first one that I showed you, where she was dropping her head. Now I'm going to work right up under the skull, and we'll see what's going on there. Ooh, yeah. Now, as I'm working here on these muscles, let me do a pass or two. It's tight, it's going to be maybe a little bit sore, but does that recreate your headache?
a little bit,
A
yeah.
little bit, and then it kind of
Radiates
travels
up,
up?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so she's got some tension in the suboccipital muscle group, and again, that comes from your head being forward, and the muscles get exhausted. If your head goes forward, generally we're going to be looking down at the ground, but we don't walk around like that. We don't do that. We're driving. We're not looking at the horn. We're looking out the windshield. So all these different positions throughout an average day, if your posture puts your head slouchy forward, these suboccipital muscles are going to hang onto your head for dear life for hours and hours and hours, and eventually they're going to scream at you. And then you get the headache. Oftentimes, like I was showing you, it'll come up behind the eyeball, kind of wrap around here, and she can kind of feel some of that as I'm working. Got one more pass on the left. But the trouble with this is you get that tension from a day, and then you go to sleep and you wake up the next day with that garbage that built up from the day before. So then more quickly, you're starting to get more scar tissue. So each day it shows up just a little bit quicker, and then it's kind of a negative snowball, unfortunately. So we're going to show her a little exercise, and we clean up that area.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Awesome. Okay.
Is your head still on?
I think so.
All right, Sarah, let me have you sit up for me and face that way. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to show you a chin tuck, okay? Calm that down a little bit. Okay, so a chin tuck, if you pretend your chin is resting on like a dining room table, imaginary, you're not going to let your chin go down, and you're not going to go up. But I want you to slide it like a bug flies in front of your face, straight back. You make a double chin. Bigger the chin, the more better the chin tuck. But what that does is it turns on these muscles here, and then it stretches it at the base of the skull. Now she's down here from up north, so she's got a little bit of a drive home. In the car is a really good place to do it because that headrest gives you a little bit of that resistance. You will feel a stretch right under the base of the skull.
Okay.
So you can go back, hold for like a second or two, and then relax. In the car, you can take your nose and go like to 1 o'clock, and you'll feel it just a little bit different, and then also just a little bit left.
Okay.
And that way you can open up those muscles. So anytime you catch yourself here, just fix that a little bit. Without the headrest, you can do a chin tuck with extension. And that's going to be very much the opposite of being sucked down into the computer. Okay. So on the sticky note, you have ears over shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades back 3 times. So you go up and back, straight back, down and back. So again, we're getting blood flowing, so we're not making jerky. Okay. Believe Cody to make the jerky out of the deer. Okay. And then the last thing on the sticky note is just from punchy slunchy. Just take your chest and go 1 inch taller, so it's better, but you're not like, ooh, I'm perfect for 2 minutes and everything burns. So those muscles burning, and it's an easier catch. So you see the sticky note constantly, and you're just constantly catching yourself and fixing, and it's a little bit of a fidgeting, but for hours, it creates problems. So it's an obvious piece. So
Yeah.
All right, everybody. If you got any questions, leave them below. Give us a call if we can help you and keep you chasing around your baby and feeling good at the same time. So, adios.